Welcome back to Owl Athletic Complex for game number 2 here of this doubleheader on this Saturday afternoon. Owls taking on Plymouth State after defeating them 13-4 in game 1. Hello everybody, I'm Ryan Goodwin, joined alongside by Anthony Lupo in game 2 here. And it'll be interesting to see how Keene State handles game 2 here. They won big time 13-4 in game 1.
Be interesting to see Bobby Cleach bounce back after his previous appearances. 7 ERA in his 18 innings pitched.
Yeah, and the starting 9 for the Owls, it'll be virtually the same lineup. Ehlers leading off in center. Barnes is at second base, batting second. Chatfield at third, batting third. Beon at first, batting fourth. Eaton in right field, batting fifth, followed by Hudson in left at sixth. McHugh batting seventh at short. Cowley doing the catching once again, batting eighth. And Daft once again is the DH, batting ninth. So here is Tommy Ehlers to lead things off in game number 2. Game 1, about 2 hours and 45 minutes in time. Owls winning easily 13-4 and looking to continue that with a sweep today.
Tommy Ehlers up to the plate, batting .339 so far on the season. Has 7 RBIs, and I believe, did he have one in his previous game?
Yeah, he had a few. First pitch, Cleach in for strike one as he snaps the mitt.
Cleach is known for his fastball. Definitely going to try and get that going so far.
Strike 2, getting ahead quickly on Ehlers.
2 quick strikes.
Yeah, that was something the Panthers did a lot of in game 1. They got ahead 0-2, but couldn't finish off hitters very often. In the air to right. The right fielder battling the sun. It's going to be over his head. Ehlers rounding second. He wants 3. Nope, he's going to hold up. But that'll be a leadoff double for Tommy Ehlers. The right fielder couldn't play it very well.
Tommy Ehlers
battling the sun.
Tommy Ehlers does, getting on base. I believe he does lead the team in on-base percentage.
Yeah, leading things off with a bang with a double, and the right fielder, Reeves, couldn't get to it.
Can't believe about that. That's incredible the way he has been playing.
So Hamilton Barnes digging in an early RBI spot for Keene State. And it looks at ball 1.
Hamilton Barnes batting .279 on the season. 5 RBIs. He's also a speedster on the base pads. I believe him, and Tommy Ehlers both lead the team in steals.
Both very speedy. The 1-0. Strike 1.
Hamilton Barnes, one of their younger players on this team. Definitely, Coach Blood has been playing him a lot, trying to get him to develop, especially in the second base position.
Yeah, Ehlers a freshman as well. All 3 leadoff guys are all freshmen. In the air to center. Under it is Sokolsky. He'll make the catch, tagging his Barnes, or Ehlers, and he's in with a head-first dive to third base. So some small ball once again early on here for the Owls. Barnes does a nice job moving that runner over.
Having Barnes and Ehlers batting back-to-back is so dangerous, especially for these teams. The speed on the base pads is incredible. Obviously, Hamilton Barnes just getting under that one, sending it towards center field. But now you're the player most teams are looking at, Chatfield.
Yeah, Chatfield had a long home run in the first game, 2-run blast out to right field, and made it 4-0 at the time, and that was when the Owls really began to pull away. As they led, it was just 2-0 through 5.
Batting .318 so far this season, now with 3 home runs.
And that's in the air to right field. That is going to split the gap.
I was just about to say his RBIs, and he just added another one to his total.
In from third comes Ehlers, and Jonathan Chatfield makes it 1-0 Owls here very early in the top of the first. How about that?
Getting the bats quick and going often. Normally in their at-bats, they wait. They're very patient to find a pitch they like. They're quickly going at first or second pitch, driving it into the outfield. A player who wants to wake up definitely right now is Josh Beon.
Yeah, so Beon stepping in here. Already 1-0 Owls.
Batting .246 so far this season, 7 RBIs. Started off hot, but has since cooled off.
Yeah, looks at ball one. So Chatfield getting his lead at second already. The Winds whipping quite a bit more here in game two than they did in game one, but we did see the long ball from Chatfield.
Bobby Cleach off to a little bit of a rocky start.
Yeah, that'll even the count at 1-1. Foul ball. Caught, no, dropped by, I believe, Shea Zena, who was warming right now in the Owls bullpen.
What a almost made a comment on what a catch that was.
Yeah, hit right at him. 1-1 coming from Cleach. And here it is. In the dirt, ball two.
Here's the patience we're used to seeing. Definitely, Coach Blood has been teaching this team so well, especially in the coaching, base running, especially, my bad. If you saw the previous game where they tricked the catcher, bringing a runner in from third.
Yeah, very good move there. That one will bounce, and Chatfield will not move up. Thought about it for a sec, but stays put. Good stop there by the catcher, and that's a new catcher this game, Healy, behind the plate.
Healy, definitely more of a defensive catcher. He has been good so far this season. One of the leaders in fielding percentage from behind the plate.
So here it is. A 3-1 hitters count. Outside, ball four.
Let me tell you, for this team, the Keene State Owls have been struggling. I believe they were second to last going into this game in offense category in the LEC. They have since, I believe, at this moment, I think they moved up a spot just from last game and putting up 13 runs, I believe.
Yeah, one of their better offensive performances of the day for sure. And here's Brendan Eaton once again in right field. He was pretty quiet in game one. First pitch, almost got him inside. Ball one.
Rare occurrence, but it always seems like he gets the post-game interviews for how good he has been, especially the leadership he brings to that locker room. He's batting .290 so far this season with his leads the team in RBIs with 16. Just plays so well.
Yeah, it was a cool start to the year for him. He's heated up since 1-0 high for ball two. So Cleach having some issues kind of finding the plate early on here.
He has been trying to get his off-speed working. As we saw, the fastball there was just a little bit high.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to find the corners of the plate. That's what he is good at. But he has since not been able to find that. And whenever he gets close to those corners of plate, the Owls just turn on it.
2-0, misses low, ball three. So he is a pitch away from loading the bases here with just one out in the first inning. And that out was a productive out for Hamilton Barnes, who flew out to advance the leadoff man, Ehlers, to third.
Definitely not what you want to do if you're a pitcher in this situation. You want to keep the ball in the air, but
he walks him, yeah, on 4 pitches. So the Owls have him loaded with one out here in the top half of inning number 1. Already 1-0 and a chance for a lot more. Here's Nathaniel Hudson. Had a good first game for Keene State.
Nathaniel Hudson started off the season hot, a lot like Josh Beyond, but he has since kind of cooled down a bit. Obviously, last game he has played real well, so maybe he's trying to ride off that high, play really well.
Driving runners in was a struggle early in the first game for the Owls, but we'll see if they can do it here. They obviously broke it open way later there, as that's ball one.
If you're Bobby Cleach right now, you don't want to throw the ball low. You want to keep as high as possible, try and force a ground ball. If you try and go as low, you might get that ball in the air. That's exactly what you don't want. Give the Owls another run.
Yeah, first baseman playing in a bit. Fouled away for strike one. So Cleach finally gets a strike there after throwing 5 consecutive balls.
Trying to find his location. Plymouth State definitely expecting him to play more than just a couple innings, try and go longer, especially for using a lot of pitchers out of the bullpen in their previous game.
Comes the 1-1. Missing for ball 2. Didn't miss by too much. But Plymouth State certainly wanted it. They don't get that call, and it moves to 2-1 for Hudson, who, once again, a big RBI spot. Already 1-0 Owls. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cleach with a 2-1. In the dirt again. And big hitters count, 3-1.
Wonder if he's going to send this one into the trees. I don't think he will. You know, we've seen crazier things happen.
Yeah, this is a great hitters count here for Hudson. Looking for that pitch to drive. If he gets it here from Cleach.
Shortens up his stance a little bit.
3-1. Called, strike 2. Big pitch there, and he draws it back to a full count.
This was definitely Coach Blood's goal this game. Make the starting pitcher work, especially with their previous 2 at-bats, been forcing a lot of pitches for the first inning.
Yeah. Cleach entered the at-bat with 17 already, and here's the full count pitch. Cut on and miss, the big swing and a miss, and Hudson is down on strikes for out number 2.
The movement on that slider really sent him looking. Nathaniel Hudson has to a little bit be more patient, especially with us.
Yeah,
Slider like that.
Just fooled him there with that off speed. But here's Evan McHugh looking to pick up his teammate with a big spot hit right here. And he's going to ground it on the first pitch to the third baseman McGrath. He'll take it to third, and that is the inning. So the Owls only get 1 out of that, but they take a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the first on the Owls Media Network. On the mound for Keene this afternoon is Jake Yakum, the lefty, number 13. He's 1-2. His ERA down to 3.18 after that tremendous outing. Complete game shutout win over Rhode Island College just about a week ago, last Sunday afternoon.
Having that sidearm lefty release, it's very difficult for hitters to get to, especially with all the speed that comes from his pitches, along with a really tough to hit sinking fastball. It just seems to bounce around all over the plate.
Yeah, Yakum, definitely a ground ball type pitcher, and we got to talk to him after that effort last Sunday. And yeah, I mean, he was saying it, just throwing those pitches for strikes, getting them over the plate, allowing the hitters to make contact, but not hard contact. He was very good against that tough Anchorman lineup just about a week ago.
Batting first is Tyler Hicks, batting .286 so far in the season, 2 RBIs. He's also one of the players on this Plymouth State team that they need to get going. Their offense is dead last in the LEC, along with their fielding, has also been struggling. But himself, definitely a player that has a lot of power.
First pitch, Yakum fires in, strike 1. And we are underway in the home half of the first. Again, the Panthers playing both games as the home team. In the air to left. Hudson is under it. Or no, McHugh's under it for the first out. 1 away very quickly.
The shortstop, number 13, Jackson Curtis.
So Curtis stands in, the lefty, out of the 2 hole at short.
Jackson Curtis, also batting .286 along with Tyler Hicks, has 9 RBIs so far this season, his 49 plate appearances.
And that one's popped into right field. Eaton is over and makes the catch for the second out.
What a catch.
In foul
there.
territory.
That is a very tough. Looks like they had a little bit of a problem for calling for it. Seems like they got under it just in time.
Yeah, nice job there by Eaton. Didn't know if he was going to be able to get to it, but he makes the catch, and Danny Quinn, first baseman, is up.
Plays like that make Jack Yakum have so much confidence in the defense behind him, especially because I believe they're second in fielding in the LEC.
Popped up again. Under it is Cowley. He's looking for it. He's got it. And that is a 4-pitch first inning for Jake Yakum. How about that? The Owls will head to the second with a 1-0 lead on the Owls Media Network.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
We're back on here on the Owls Media Network. Top half, inning number 2. Keene State has a 1-0 lead over their interstate rivals, Plymouth State Panthers, and it'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Owls, Cowley, Daft, and Ehlers. So Keene State had a big chance to get more in the first inning, only able to plate 1. See if they can do more here in the second.
Evan Cowley batting .216 so far this season, 7 RBIs.
Cowley looks at strike 1.
Correction, 3 RBIs.
So Cleach working into his second inning. Comes that 0-1. Strike 2.
Cleach definitely trying to have a bounce back inning. Got his fastball going right now. See if he sticks to it.
All told, I mean, Cleach didn't throw that many pitches, threw 24 in the first. Got out of it with just the 1. Here's the 0-2. On the ground to second. It's going to be fielded. No, not in time. Throw gets away. And that was the second baseman, Hicks, who got it, but the throw came in a little wild and got by the pitcher, Cleach.
Cowley was flying down the base pads.
Yeah, tough ground ball there for that second baseman. He had to grab it, do the kind of turnaround throw, and then try to get it into first. But here's Wyatt Daft, the designated hitter once again here in game number 2. Shows bunt, pulls it back for ball 1, and going is Cowley. He's into second base, standing up, no throw.
Smart move on the base pads there, get the runner to second. Now they're in another situation where they could score another run.
Yeah, Keene State has been aggressive today on the base paths, and it's kept Plymouth State's defense/pitching on edge. So here's a pitch from Cleach as that's grounded to the shortstop, not fielded cleanly, and Daft will reach. So to third goes Cowley. It's now first and third, nobody out after the error there on Curtis at short.
Coach Blood looked so happy that he was sending the runner at third.
Yeah.
The runner decided to stay.
Another chance for the Owls early on. Back to the top of the order. Tommy Ehlers 1 for 1. Led off this game with a double. And chance for more.
Definitely get a hold of one here. Just got to get that ball in the air. Maybe driving that runner from third with a sacrifice fly. Anyways, you want to get under it. Maybe you can pull out another double.
First pitch from Cleach, strike 1.
Good velocity on his fastball. Kind of ditched the off speed like that he was trying in the first inning. Definitely sticking to his fastball.
Yeah, interesting decision as he was able to work out of trouble in the first with only 1. 0-1. Low and away for ball 1. Count runs even to the Owls center fielder.
Patient waiting for his pitch to send one.
He looks the runner back to first. Here comes that 1-1. On the ground to the second baseman. He'll tap the bag 1 onto first. Not in time as the run comes in to score from third. So that'll be an RBI on the fielder's choice for Tommy Ehlers. It's 2-0 Owls.
Good decision there from the second baseman to run over and tag the bag himself. But the speed of Tommy Ehlers just got to the bag in time.
Yeah, Hicks definitely had time to get that lead runner, but obviously the run was going to come in to score either way, and nice effort by Ehlers. He gets down the line quick enough to beat it out. So here's Barnes for his second at bat. 0 for 1. Check back to first, not in time on Ehlers.
Fast throw over to first by Cleach.
Yeah, Cleach keeping those runners at bay. As they know, Ehlers could be on the move. He's stolen some bases this year. Barnes, he goes. Pitches low. No, strike one. Throw to second. Not in time. Ehlers didn't slide.
No slide. That is a dangerous type of run.
Interesting. Yeah, I thought
maybe he did not think the catcher threw it. I don't know. That was very tough. Also, risking injury going onto the base pad like that.
Yeah, Healy caught it for a strike and then fired into second. As Barnes showed bunt, did not get it down though. Here it is. In the air to right. That ball dropping. Nice catch there in right field. Great play by Reeves. He'll make the catch for out number 2, but the runner tags up. Ehlers goes down to third.
What a beautiful catch. Full extension of his body there to make that catch. You know, Hamilton Barnes is upset about that. He almost just got another RBI to add to his total.
Yeah, that was another good opposite field swing from Hamilton Barnes. Just had nothing to show for it, though. Great catch in right field by Reeves. As Wynn kind of pushing that ball a little bit out to right field, he's able to make the catch. And now here's Chatfield, 1 for 1. RBI double in the first. Inside as he had to kind of jackknife out of the way.
Chatfield with an RBI. It's not exactly a rare occasion now.
No, he's been great out of that 3-hole this year for Keene. The 1-0 coming from Cleach. 2-0 Owls looking for more. Ball 2.
One of the better third basemen in the LEC, Jonathan Chatfield, has played real well so far this season, batting definitely over 300, 3 home runs, several RBIs. Looking to get the ball in the air here, driving that runner from third.
2-0. Called strike one. So Ehlers getting a decent lead at third. They're not keeping him on too much with 2 out. And it'll be a 2-1 coming from Cleach. Cut on a miss. Big swing from Chatfield as his helmet almost came off.
Was looking to send that one into the tree line over there.
Yeah. Looking for homer number 2 of the day.
that would be something.
Yeah, it would. Count even. Here it is. Up and away for ball 3. Count runs full.
The runner at third. In case he decides to steal home. We've seen so many things today, you have no idea that might happen.
No, yeah. Ehlers gets that lead at third. Here's the full count from Cleach. Up and away, ball 4, and Chatfield draws the walk. So it'll be up to Beyond now as runners on the corners with 2 out. Already 2-0 Keene State.
Number 45.
Cleach having a lot better of an inning. Doesn't help that the 2 errors they made earlier this game, or earlier this inning.
Yeah, certainly has come back to bite him as it's plated the second run at least so far for Keene State, and Beyond with a chance for more. Here's that pitch to him. Runner goes. Chatfield is going to try to deke him out once again. They tried to get that runner home from third, but they'll let him have second. Yeah.
You learn.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the third time they've tried that this afternoon, and obviously they're 1 for 3 now with it. But
always have to test out the catcher.
So now the 1-0. In for strike one on Beyond. And he now has second and third, 2 out, 2-0 Owls. A base hit here would score 2. If he can drive it into the outfield.
Try to get a hold of one here. If you get a hit, you know you're driving in at least 2. Speed on the base pads.
Strike 2.
Cleach,
Called strike 2.
Cleach definitely looks a lot better and more comfortable than he was in the first. Sometimes you have to break into it.
Yeah, just get that first inning under your belt. Certainly if you're him. Here's the 1-2. And in the dirt.
Sinking fastball. A lot of movement on it, but a little too much. Drove it right into the dirt.
Yeah, nice stop by Healy behind the plate. He'll knock that down to keep this a 2-0 game for the moment.
Seeing what he wants from the catcher.
2-2 from Cleach. Chopper. That's going to be fielded by Cleach. Throw to first in time, and that will end the top half of the second. The Owls get another one. Their lead is 2-0 on the Owls Media Network.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Top half of the second, or bottom half of the second, the Owls in front 2-0 over Plymouth State. Jake Yakum out once again. He retired the side in order on 4 pitches in the first inning. Looking to keep that going here in inning number 2. Now got another run to work with, 2-0 Owls. As the third baseman, Brian McGrath, stands in.
McGrath batting .234 on the season.
Strike one from Yakum, working ahead on the big third baseman. Here it is. Ball 1.
What a first inning there for Jake Yakum, trying to get a repeat of what that was.
Yeah, just 4 pitches, and he got back-to-back pop-up outs for 2 and 3. Here's the 1-1. Lined into center field, a base hit for Brian McGrath, and he's on to lead off the bottom half of inning number 2.
The catcher, number 20, Nick Healy.
So Nick Healy will stand in.
Healy has had his struggle so far this season, batting .160, but has brought in 4 RBIs.
Yeah, the catcher for Plymouth in game 2.
Going the wide stance.
McGrath at first, strike 1.
Good movement on this. I believe that was a slider. What a pitch.
Yeah, McGrath, Yakum not going to light up the radar gun. Popped up into right field. Running under it, and nobody's going to get it. It drops between Beyond Barnes and Eaton. Yeah, I mean, Yakum not going to light up the radar gun, but at the same time, he's been very good at getting soft outs, soft contact, and that's exactly what he's in there to do.
Extremely tough to hit. As much as he doesn't light up the radar gun, but that release is just so hard to
and
see
it looks
as a
like
hitter.
He went around. He did. That is a strikeout first of the afternoon for Jake Yakum. He gets Healy on just 3 pitches. So there's one away.
The left fielder, number 15, Scooter Suma.
So here's the left fielder now in game 2. Scooter Suma did not start game 1, but came on late.
Did not have many appearances, but he is batting .318 so far this season with an RBI of his own.
Yeah, he's been good off the bench for Plymouth, but getting the start in game 2.
Definitely looked at the scouting report, seeing they have a lefty on the mound.
Oh, and he went after that one big time. Took a big hack, couldn't hold up. It is 0-2.
Seeing they had a lefty on the mound, they're going with a very much right-handed hitting lineup.
0-2 from Yakum. On the ground to McHugh at short. It only plays the first, and it's not in time. So beaten out there by Suma. And it'll be first and second with just 1 out still for Plymouth.
This is what Plymouth has been looking for. This offense, trying to get the players on the base pads driving a run.
Yeah, Griffin Crane standing in from the left side. One of the few lefties, as you mentioned, a pretty right-handed heavy lineup in game 2 for Plymouth against the lefty. First pitch well high for ball 1.
Mainly there for his fielding. See, it's a lefty versus lefty, one of the hardest situations in baseball. But he's here for his fielding. Not exactly lighting up the scoreboard with his hitting.
Fouled away off of Cowley, the catcher.
Batting 146 on the season. 4 RBIs.
First and second. 1 out. Here's the 1-1 from Yakum. In the air to left. Hudson coming in. Or now it's McHugh. That ball really knocked down by the wind. And McHugh will make the catch at short for out number 2.
The wind has definitely increased since the first game. Definitely had a factor there. Ball looked like it was going to carry into the outfield, but it did not. Died just over second base.
So here's Luke Sokolsky. Had a good first game. He's got some power as well. He's hit the only home run thus far this season for Plymouth.
Definitely a thing they have been struggling in the power category.
He takes a called strike 1 on the first pitch. So good RBI spot here for Sokolsky. Running around first and second. 2 out. Owls in front 2-0 in the bottom of inning number 2. Here it is. Popped up and out of play, foul. So Sokolsky behind here quickly. 0-2. McGrath on second. Suma at first.
Definitely something both teams were struggling with initially is getting a home run or 2 occasionally. But the Owls have since woken up since then.
0-2. Cut on and missed. Ball gets away from Cowley. He'll have to throw to first in time to complete the strikeout. And Jake Yakum works out of trouble in the bottom of the second. Owls still leading 2-0.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide in the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
Welcome back. Top half inning number 3 here from Keene State College, and the Owls hold a 2-0 lead still over the Plymouth State Panthers in game number 2. Brendan Eaton to lead off this inning for Keene State as he drew a walk his first time up.
Bobby Cleach back on the mound. Definitely expecting him to go a while this game with how they used their relievers in the previous game. No one in the bullpen. Definitely have a lot of confidence in him here.
Yeah, that was one thing as Eaton takes strike 1. That was one thing that was kind of baffling, I think, in the booth in game 1 was just how many relievers Plymouth State used while trailing big. Here's the 0-1. Foul away. Big cut.
Ooh, the velocity on that fastball. You could tell he was definitely looking off speed for that.
Eaton down 0-2. Here it is. And he looks to have held up. He did. That is ball 1.
Slider had a lot of movement. A little too much. Heading into the other box. Trying to get Eaton to swing out of his shoes.
1-2 coming from Cleach. Cut on and missed. Big hack there from Eaton, but he's down on strikes for the first out. That's number 2 for Cleach in the strikeout department, and there's 1 away.
I think Coach Blood definitely read the scouting report on this pitcher, Bobby Cleach. Definitely his best pitch, I believe I previously mentioned, is his fastball. But the second he got his fastball going, you see he's forcing these swings and misses. So getting him.
Showing bunt was Hudson, but he goes around for strike one.
Hitting him early was definitely the goal that Coach Blood definitely had into this team. But now his fastball is going, it seems like he's found his rhythm.
Yeah. Yeah, Cleese struggled in the first and second innings, but only allowed a run in each, so could have been worse. Here's the 0-1, well high for ball one.
Lost that one a little bit.
Hudson is 0 for 1. Struck out in his first at bat. The 1-1 in the air to left field. It's going to get down, and Hudson will dig for second. Throw's going to be close. It's a little offline. Hudson sliding in safely. He's got a one-out double. How about that from Nate Hudson?
Not the fastest player in the world. Barely got there, but just the throw just threw the second baseman off the bag.
Yeah, if that was on target, he might have been out at second, but just able to get in ahead of the tag was Hudson, and he's on a one-out double in an RBI spot for Evan McHugh.
The shortstop. Definitely one of the better defensive players on this team is McHugh.
Take strike one from Cleese. Another RBI spot early in this game for the Owls as they've tacked on a run in the first, run in the second. Looking for another at least here in inning number 3. Cleese with the 0-1. In the air, or on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly, and there's 2 away. Down to third moves Hudson on the ground out. So now here's Evan Cowley.
Catcher number 11, Evan Cowley.
Cowley 1 for 1. And he's got a chance to be 2 for 2 here. And an RBI spot as well as Hudson down to third. 2 away.
Definitely put in a tougher situation here.
First pitch from Cleese, strike one.
I don't believe he's going to see a single off-speed pitch this at-bat. Seems like his fastball repeatedly going to it.
Now that fastball's been tough, although Hudson was able to turn on it, get that one-out double. On the ground to third, but foul. Hoping somehow it would roll fair, but did not. It stayed foul.
Almost did. It was about a couple inches off from the foul line.
Hudson down 1-0-2. Looking to battle back against Cleese. Here it is. Called strike 3. Big strikeout for Bobby Cleese.
Beautiful fastball.
Yeah, absolutely.
From Bobby Cleese.
He's been great with that fastball. And we head to the bottom of the third. Keene State, Strands of runners, still in front 2-0.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Bottom half of inning number 3, as Jake Yakum back out once again. Still got to get used to the Owls being the visiting team in this one, even though they're on their home field. As Yakum's been very tough through 2 innings, as he's thrown just 19 pitches, had to throw 15 in the second, but worked out of a jam. And the Owls still in front 2-0.
The fact that I believe he's under 20 pitches. That is amazing for longevity that they can use him this game. Definitely wanting another quick inning.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely love to see that. We saw that in game 1 as well. Phil Nichols working very efficiently, and he got through 8 innings. So we'll see if Yakum can do that or even go further in this one as the game goes on.
Number 24, Alex Reeves.
Alex Reeves stands in, the right fielder, made a nice catch back in, I believe it was inning number 2. To rob Hamilton Barnes of a base hit in right field.
He's batting .267 on the season, 2 RBIs.
0-1. On the ground, hard to third, past Chatfield, and it's a leadoff single for the Panther right fielder. So they got something going here.
What an effort Chatfield put in to get that. Again, the jersey a bit dirty.
Yeah, back to the top of the order for Plymouth as well. It'll be Tyler Hicks digging in for his second at-bat of the day. He's 0 for 1. Yakum again working with a base runner here to lead off. Popped up. Callie looking for it. It's out of play. 4 strike 1.
Definitely trying to get a hold of one here, get that offense going for Plymouth. Well, if you're Yakum, you definitely just want to get that ball on the ground, get a double play, quickly try and get out of this inning.
Yeah, that's been his specialty. Obviously on the season, has been getting those grounders.
Whew.
Strike 2.
He had a very slow release there, showing all the off speed in the world. That's so much movement on that pitch is so tough to hit.
Yeah, even as a righty. Another 0-2 from Yakum. Fouled away. And Hicks will stay alive for at least another pitch.
Normally it's a batter's advantage when it's lefty-righty, but occasionally it is a pitcher's advantage when he has a great slider, cuts him inside.
Runner goes, that's lined. It's going to be caught by Ehlers. Chance for a double play. Throw back to first to Beyond. They will double him up. How about that?
As I was saying, they want to get it on the ground. Sometimes you don't. It was right lined into center field. Runner definitely thought that that ball was going to land.
Yeah, great job by Tommy Ehlers as he's able to deke out the runner heading to second.
As much as we talk about Tommy Ehlers in the batting box, shows off the glove with an amazing catch.
Yeah, so how about that? That's an F8 as well as a double play as they go 8-3 there with the putout. Line hard but foul down the right field line by Curtis, and it's now 1-1.
That line out, that ball was moving so fast. I'm really surprised Ehlers was able to keep track to it and make that catch, along with make that really long throw to get the runner at first.
Yeah, he got a great read on it, the 1-1, and that'll hit him.
That's the disadvantage of a lefty versus lefty matchup when you have a sidearm.
Yeah.
You try to go off speed. Definitely when he goes off speed, he has a lot of a slower release compared to his faster release when he goes fastball.
Yeah, that one just ran inside, and it gets Curtis, so he's aboard, and now here's Danny Quinn to climb in for the second time this afternoon. Quinn 0 for 1. Popped up to the catcher in the first inning. Here's the first pitch. Another first pitch swing, but line right at Hamilton Barnes, and that will do it in the third.
Catch.
Owls still in front 2-0 on the Owls Media Network.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
All right, we're back here in the top half of inning number 4 in the Owls Media Network. Bobby Cleach continuing to work, enters this inning at 57 pitches. He'll get 9-1-2 for the Owls. Daft, Ehlers, and Barnes due up.
Bobby Cleach trying to get a repeat of what happened last inning. Obviously, runners did end up on the base pads, but that was mainly due to the errors made in the field. But he got his fastball going like I've been mentioning.
Yeah, he was able to strand. That was Hudson last inning at third base after he doubled with 1 out. As Healy gets that last throw in, throw gets away a bit. But it'll be...
You know, Coach Blood was looking at that with a very detailed eye, see if that throw got a little bit away in practice. See if he can use that to his advantage, especially with his coaching history.
Be Wyatt Daft to stand in. 0 for 1 today. DH the first game as well to face Cliche. Here's the first pitch. Missing ball 1.
Just outside. I think he's completely ditched the off-speed pitches.
Yeah, he's going all fastball, and that's how he got out of last inning.
Another fastball just misses.
Yeah, nothing off-speed these last few innings from Cliche.
I don't blame him. You got to do whatever's working, but sometimes when you get into those later innings, the batters will expect it. Another fastball.
Yeah, strike 1 to Daft.
Daft is probably doing his own scouting here, knowing that the fastball's coming.
In the air to left. Under it is Suma. Nope, that's going to drop right in front of him for a leadoff single for Wyatt Daft. So a little kind of blooper there, and the wind blowing in a bit, so at least from left field. That ball died there, and it's a base hit, so it dies a hero.
When you throw the fastball as many times as that, batters tend to do their own type of scouting, where they definitely adapt to the speed of that fastball. Especially Bobby Cliche definitely has a very much faster fastball, hitting very high in the velocity numbers, but you learn.
Ehlers stands in. He shows bunt, gets it down. Fielded by Cliche, throw to first in time. The sacrifice works perfectly. So Tommy Ehlers with the sac bunt to advance his teammate Daft to second base, and that's a productive out number 1.
Ehlers definitely doing very much team-heavy move, and the move is definitely to have him bunt. But when you have a hitter like Ehlers, should he be bunting?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's a good, could be a good idea here. As you got Barnes, who's 0 for 2, but he's had a couple of well-hit balls and got robbed of a base hit last time up by the right fielder Reeves. And he's first pitch swinging. That's a little dribbler back to the pitcher. He struggles to field it, gets it to first in time. Barnes is not happy at all, but down to third will go.
Barnes had
Yeah.
two bit of problems, not problems, but 2 bad hits in a row that kind of gave him a bit of a disadvantage, kind of unlucky. That one almost got away.
Yeah.
Cliche making a diving attempt to get that ball.
Yeah, bobbled it, but had enough time to get him at first. So Chatfield up, runner at third, 2 out. Looks at ball 1 in the dirt.
Let me tell you, if I have a runner at third, player I wanted to play is definitely Chatfield. Doesn't lead the team in RBIs, but he's pretty close.
Yeah, he's pretty close and giving you that good production out of the third base spot. Third in the order as well. Daft leads off third, the 1-0. Strike 1.
Patience, waiting for his pitch.
Yeah, just waiting for something to drive from Cliche, who's entered this at bat at 63 pitches here through 3 2/3 of work. The 1-1. Low and away for ball 2.
Went off speed there. First off speed pitch I think I've seen in previous 2 at-bats. Trying to fool Chatfield. I would not give Chatfield the fastball that he's been watching Cliche deliver to the previous at-bats.
2-1. On the ground, off himself. Yeah, we've seen a few of those type of hits this year for Chatfield, where he's dribbled it off himself. He'll take a minute. Umpire will give him that time.
Very tough. Lined right back down to his foot.
Yeah, can't feel good, and looks like does wear some protection on that right shin. A little shin guard there. As we'll have a little delay here before the 2-2. Chatfield back in the box.
Definitely hit the foot you don't want it hitting.
Yeah, that's that right foot for a left-handed hitter. 2-2 from Cliche. Popped up, but foul out of play.
It is impacted a little bit of the way he swings. As I saw, he didn't really have much of a kick as much as his previous stance does. He's kind of not putting as much pressure on that right foot.
Yeah, just trying to avoid doing any more damage there. And a 2-2 from Cleach. Outside, well outside for ball 3. Count runs full.
I think Chatfield noticed that. He closed his stance a bunch there. He's going back to his open stance, changing it up based on the pitches he sees. He's expecting fastball.
Full count. Up and away, ball 4. So Chatfield does a nice job. He draws the walk, and runners on the corners now with 2 out for Beon once again. Another chance for some more damage here from Keene State. They already lead 2-0 here in the top of the 4th. But they got a chance for more if Beon can do something here. We'll see if they get Chatfield going with the runner at third. Likely take advantage of the runner being at third. Probably won't get a throw down. So
it'd be tough to see him run the way that ball hit his foot. But who knows?
Yeah, good point, as that's up and away from Beon for ball 1.
But I still bet they might try it. Use that Chatfield injured foot. Try and do the same thing they did in the previous game. Fool the catcher.
1-0. Strike 1. And yeah, they're also holding them on there pretty good at first, as Quinn keeping them on that bag at first for the Panthers.
Beon grounded on his previous at bat. I believe that was the very much hard hit ground ball that he barely got, but they did.
Check back, throw not in time. Just back in is Chatfield, and he's in some pain, but looks like he's back on his feet.
Oh, you could definitely tell. It's not exactly 100%, which is not good for Chatfield.
No, it might have, see, it might have been the hand, actually, diving back in with the cleat. We'll see. And here's another 1-1 from Cleach. Strike 2. So he works ahead once again, 1-2 on Beon. We will get another sign from Coach Blood at third base.
I wonder what these signified over there.
1-2 to Beon. Runner goes. Pitch is high, and throw down's not going to be made.
They tried it again.
They did. Even with
0 for 3 this game.
Yeah. No, even with Chatfield a little banged up after fouling that ball off himself, they still send him. Count now even at 2-2.
They're really making sure. Seems like Plymouth just does not want to throw the ball over at all. Although I believe if they did, they would have got Chatfield. He was in between the base pads.
Yeah, foul back there by Beon to stay alive at 2-2, and now a base hit. Will likely score 2 as he got speed as well on second with Chatfield, and good chance for Keene State to double their lead with a little base hit here if he can make it happen. 2-2 will come here from Cliche.
Beon closes his stance.
Fouled away again. So good at bat here from the number 4 hitter, first baseman. One of the captains on this Keene State team.
Definitely one of the better players, also one of the older players on this team compared to the team of a bunch of freshmen. Definitely trying to drive in at least 2 here.
Yeah, definitely looking for that big RBI. It's kind of eluded the Owls. They did get 1 in the first, 1 in the second. But another chance here, and let's see if they can come through. 2-2. High and away for ball 3, and the count runs full. First base is open. Brendan Eaton is on deck if it gets to him.
Putting all of his strength into the fastball. That one just goes a little away, though. Gets a little away from him. Way outside.
Big full count pitch early on from Cleach. Here it is. In the dirt and away for ball 4. So Beon draws the walk. Bases are going to be loaded for Brendan Eaton in the top half of inning number 4.
I previously said that if I had a runner on third, I'd definitely want Chatfield at the plate. If there was a second, it would definitely be Eaton. Eaton has led this team in RBIs for a very long time, and he is one of the better contact hitters on this team.
Yeah, he's been very good for contact. He's been pretty hot at the plate these last few games as well. He's heated up big time. The first pitch on the ground to third. That's going to be fielded, though, by McGrath. He'll take it himself, and Cleach works out of trouble once again. So we head to the bottom of the fourth. Owls still in front, 2-0.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
We're back on the Owls Media Network as Jake Yakum works into the fourth inning. Just 29 pitches through 3 innings, and Keene State, the frustrating trend has continued as they struggled to plate runs kind of earlier last game. They broke out, though, on the Plymouth bullpen, but they've left 9 men on through 4 innings.
It is kind of a good sign, kind of not. Obviously, you're not driving in the runs, but also it shows that Bobby Cleach is not fooling anyone. Definitely getting the batters on the base pads, but struggling to get them in is definitely a problem. But
yeah, once you get those guys on, you definitely, as a coach, want to see them driven in. Bobby McGrath stands in 1 for 1. First pitch fouled away for strike 1. And Yakum has had a few base runners of his own, but has been able to work around it very easily.
It has not impacted his confidence at all. He's still throwing the off-speed that he's known for.
0-1. Just cut on a miss for strike 2.
The movement on that pitch. Very, very tough to hit.
Yeah, McGrath probably was looking fastball there, and he certainly didn't get it. Fooled him big time. Here's the 0-2. On the ground, McHugh at short. Oh, and he can't field it cleanly, as that'll skip into left field, so probably an error there in E6 likely on McHugh, as Panthers will have a leadoff base runner in McGrath.
It's a very tough break, but especially with McHugh being one of their better defenders, that is a bit surprising, but it did take a bad hop coming off the grass.
Yeah, kind of a weird hop coming out of that infield, as you mentioned, and Nick Healy now, the catcher, 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. And that one's hit hard to second. Could be 2. Barnes to McHugh for 1. On to first for 2. Big double play. And once again, quick 2 outs for Jake Yakum. He got a double play on the fly ball to Ehlers last inning, and now gets another double play here.
That is exactly what you want for Yakum right now, especially if your Coach Blood keep that pitch count low, so you can use him as long as you possibly can. At this moment.
So Suma is up. Takes strike 1. So, yeah, the Owls go around the horn, 4-6-3 on that double play.
Seems like you can play Yakum forever.
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of pitches he's thrown. McHugh again, ground ball, cleanly to first. That's the inning. So, a very fast inning. The Panthers ground into a double play and then get out of the inning as we head to the top of the 5th. Owls in front, 2-0.
Pretty quiet during the summer when most students are home, but that doesn't mean it's completely empty. Students are working and learning here year-round. There's tour guides and student workers like me, and students are interning all over the Monadnock region. Many of our majors require hands-on learning, and our students are working as reporters, videographers, environmental advocates, and scientific researchers to gain experience. Here's a look at what's happening right here in our city this summer.
Back here, top half of inning number 5. Jake Yakum continuing to work very quickly through this Panther lineup in game 2. And as far as we know, he is scoreless now in his last 13 innings, going back to the last Sunday's complete game shutout over Rhode Island College. So very good work for him.
One of the better players that you would love to see, and especially the youth of this team. Seeing a player like that pop out, it's incredible for this team.
Yeah, and Coach Blood said, as Hudson takes strike 1 to lead off the inning, Coach Blood said last game, after that split in the doubleheader, he said that, Yakum's definitely the real deal, and they love to have him on this team. So 0-1. In the air, and foul down the right field side for strike 2.
Trying to get contact on Cleach's fastball.
Yeah, they've had kind of a hard time catching up to it. But they've had their chances as well, the 0-2. In for strike 3. Nasty there from
went off speed.
Bobby Cleach, yeah.
Very tough to read his pitches. Obviously, with Yakum, you could tell if he's going to throw off speed with the way he throws his arm, but with Cleach, you cannot tell. He looks like the exact same release. Not really tipping anything here.
So the shortstop, McHugh, standing in. 0 for 2 on the day. Second game, at least.
McHugh had the error in the previous inning, but then bounced back with a great throw over to first to end the inning.
Yeah, bounced back. And also was part of that 4-6-3 double play that the Owls turned. 0-1. Foul back, and it's quickly 0-2. So Cleach is from 5 pitches, 5 strikes. Got the strikeout to begin the inning. Here's another 0-2. On the ground to short. Throw to first in time, and there's 2 away. So fielded there by Curtis. On to Quinn for out number 2, and that's 6 pitches and 2 outs. Very quick work here so far in the 5th for Bobby Cleach.
Keeping Cleach's pitch count low is definitely something that they were talking about in the dugout, and I guess right now that's showing. Well, let's see what Callie can do here.
Yeah, let's see if Callie can get something going with 2 outs. In the air to center. That is going to be caught by the center fielder for the final out of the inning. So the Owls go very quickly there in the top half of inning number 5. We head to the bottom half. Owls in front, 2-0 on the Owls Media Network.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity. One to be seized, built upon, and made better. For their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Back on here, bottom half of inning number 5. This game so far flying along. 2-0 Owls as Jake Yakum has had the leadoff runner on the last 2 innings, but it's worked out of that very fast. He's gotten a couple double plays from his defense, and it's just what you love to see.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, the only negative of that was the Owls' offense did not generate anything there, so Yakum is immediately going back out to the mound, which
could be a positive, actually. I mean,
keeping his arm warm.
Yeah, keeping his arm warm, especially on somewhat of a chilly afternoon here.
Nice wind is blowing in a pitcher's advantage, not blowing north.
No, yeah. So now here is Griffin Crane to lead things off for Plymouth in inning number 5. He's 0 for 1.
Crane batting 146 in this season, 4 RBIs.
First pitch from Yakum, strike 1. Bottom of the 5th. Keene State leading 2-0 in game 2. Looking to sweep the doubleheader. Here's the 0-1, strike 2 from Yakum.
It was a fastball, not too much velocity on it.
Yakum's allowed 3 hits so far today. Has struck out 2 and has thrown 38 pitches now as he gets them swinging. How about that?
The movement on that slider. That lefty-lefty advantage for the pitcher is just something different.
Yeah, just nasty there for Bjackum. Slider tailing away off the plate.
Made him swing out of his shoes.
Center fielder now, Luke Sokolsky is 0 for 1. He's also struck out. First pitch to him. Just missing for ball 1. One-0 from Bjackum. Popped up. Chatfield. Is it going to be Chatfield? Yes, it will. He'll make the catch for out number 2. So now 5 pitches and 2 outs.
I think McHugh was giving him a little pep talk while he was trying to get that fly ball.
Maybe. I mean,
that was right behind him.
That was in Chatfield's kind of area, though, so he
just
makes
back
the
up.
catch. Yeah.
Dive for backup, maybe, just in case.
So Alex Reeves standing in, the right fielder. 1 for 1. Takes strike 1. Hicks on deck if it gets that far.
On pace for another quicker inning.
Yeah, more good stuff from Bjackum. The 0-1. Foul back for strike 2.
Definitely another off speed. Let me tell you, his fastball is probably equally hard to hit than his off speed. Just moves so well, and his fastball moves, I think, equally to his off speed. It's more of a sinking fastball than a regular fastball.
Hit softly foul by the first baseman Beyond. Count remains 0-2. Jake Bjackum looking for another 1-2-3. His first 1-2-3 inning in, I believe, maybe since the first. He's had base runners every inning, I believe, since. Another 0-2. In the air to center. Going back is Ehlers, battling the sun a bit, but he's going to make the catch to end the inning. So very fast inning once again for Bjackum. Owls coming up in the top of the 6th. 2-0 still on the Owls Media Network.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Back here, top half of the 6th. Keene State still in command, 2-0. As Bobby Cleach has settled down a lot, and Jake Bjackum continuing to pitch very well. On the ground to first. Quinn has it, feeds Cleach for out number 1. That's 1 pitch, 1 out. Top half of inning number 6 for Keene State. We've seen a lot of early outs here in game 2.
Flying by. Already in the 6th.
Top half of the order coming up, Ehlers. And Ehlers is 1 for 2. He's had a good day overall. Had a good day. Good first game. Drove in a few runs for the Owls. First pitch. Strike 1. Ehlers maybe trying to deke out the umpire a little bit there, but won't get the call. It's 1-1. On the ground. Through the hole for a base hit. So Tommy Ehlers is aboard.
No
surprise
surprise
one
there.
through the third baseman and shortstop. And Owls trying to get something going here. Here's Barnes.
Ehlers baffles me every time he's up to the plate. Just finds a way to get on, whether it's through blooper singles or getting one that just went past both the third baseman and the shortstop.
Yeah, he's been a very good leadoff hitter for Keene this year. Hamilton Barnes is 0 for 3. He's made solid contact his first 2 outs, though. Check back to Ehlers, so he's in safely.
Plymouth State Does have an arm stretching out in the bullpen, not fully going, showing that Cleach is probably going this whole inning.
Yeah, Cleach has settled down after those first 2 innings. Fouled back by Barnes, and that is strike 1.
What a trio to have back-to-back. Ehlers, Barnes, and Chatfield.
Yeah, it's a good kind of 1-2-3 punch, and then you got Beon in the cleanup spot as well. So
Right after him eating.
Yeah.
That's so tough to verse when you're a
Pitch,
pitcher.
throw back to first, gets away. Ehlers will scamper off to second. Take the turn. He's headed for third. Throw, not even going to come in. It's going to come in very late. Tommy Ehlers goes first to third as the throw gets way away from Quinn at first.
Ehlers showing the speed. The way this park is, the area behind third is very open. So that ball, first I mean, is very open. So that ball went a very long way for the first baseman to track down.
And this now a prime opportunity for Barnes as he can make an out here and also get an RBI.
Try to get the ball in the air.
Infield in for Plymouth. 0-1. He's going to bunt. That's going to stay fair. Wow. Oh, my goodness. That stays fair.
Perfect.
Hamilton Barnes with an RBI bunt single, and how about that?
Perfectly played bunt. Cleach did field it. It looked like it was a very low chance of it rolling foul.
Yeah, that's almost another blunder from Plymouth State. He probably should have just let that ball go. It might have gone foul. We saw the blunder in the first inning, throwing down to second and allowing a run to score for Keene State. So now here's Chatfield, runner at first, 1 out. Owls now up 3-0. Take strike 1.
With just 1 out, I mean, Cleach has gone unlucky with allowing the ball barely go past the third and shortstop on Ehlers' single, and then the bunt there.
That one high for ball 1.
Along with throwaway. Has just gotten a very unlucky streak of events to happen, allowing a run to score.
So leading at first, Barnes back in safely. As Chatfield is even 1-1. We'll see if they send him. Hamilton Barnes has had his fair share of stolen bases this season. Comes the 1-1 from Cleach. He's going. Taken. Throw to second is in time to get him. Nice play by Healy behind the plate. He guns down Hamilton Barnes. 4 out, number 2.
Rare occasion where Hamilton Barnes is picked off the bags. I mean, he is one of the faster players on this team.
Yeah, hence why he's been able to, rack up the steals this year for the Owls. But just not able to there. So it'll be a 2-1 now. On the ground, foul towards the Plymouth dugout. As their players having a time down there.
It's actually the first time Hamilton Barnes has been taken off the base pad so far in his stealing attempts.
Yeah.
This whole season.
2-2 outside. Count runs full on Chatfield. So Owls got 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Have plated another one so far here in the third. Here's the full count pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Chatfield draws a 2-out walk. And the inning's still alive for Josh Beon out of the 4-hole.
The first baseman, number 45, Josh Beon.
And we'll see if he can maybe drive something into the gap with the speed of Chatfield. We'll see if he'll be off, as the Owls maybe try to manufacture a 2-out run here.
I'm in the bullpen fully warming up, seeing how much Cleach has left in the tank.
3 more pitches for 100 for Cleach.
That was pitch number 98 for Cleach on the day. He's very close to 100. Likely will reach that mark this inning. And as you said, Anthony, probably getting somebody up in that pen, trying to get him in this game.
Chatfield is speed off the base pads. I believe his foot is fine since his previous at-bat.
Yeah, big cut there from Beyond, but can't catch up to it. It's 1-1. So this will be pitch number 100 on the day for Cleach. And here it is. On the ground to the second baseman. No, he can't make the play.
Ball, I think, got stuck in the glove there.
Must have gotten stuck in the glove of Hicks as he couldn't dig it out to throw to first. So that could have ended the inning, but it will not. And once again, Brendan Eaton up with another RBI spot.
That is another unlucky situation for Cleach. Now you have to go one-on-one with, or maybe not. Eaton is up to the plate, and I think
we'll see that. See if they make the change here. It looks like their pitching coach is out, so probably not. But just to give those arms some more time out of the bullpen.
Looks like Jason Smith is warming up in the bullpen.
Yeah,
see if he
perhaps just buying him some more time.
Having a break at the mound.
Yeah.
See if calm him down. He's now exceeded 100.
Yeah, right at the century mark, entering this at bat against Eaton.
Eaton is definitely not the batter you want to face a situation with the runner in scoring position.
He has been good. He's 0 for 2. He's official. He's taking a walk as well in 3 at-bats. And this will be AB number 4. Here it is. First pitch. Fouled away.
Ooh, full swing on that one. Looking to
ambush on that first pitch.
Yeah.
So 0-1.
As much as he's exceeded 100, Cleach does not look like he's lost at all any zip on his fastball.
No, he's still got that zip and hasn't been terrible today either. High for ball 1. So the Owls looking for some more runs here in the top half of the 6th. They've gotten 1, make it 3-0. Trying to get more of a cushion here from Eaton. The 1-1 from Cleach. Popped up. Looks like that'll get out of play foul, and it will. So count runs to 1-2. And Cleach will look to get out of the inning here. In this one, top half of the 6th. Hudson is on deck if it gets to him. It'll be a 1-2, though, to Brendan Eaton upcoming. First and second, 2 out. Here it is. On the ground to third. McGrath has it. He's going to tag Chatfield. Going
Jumping
to third.
attempt there by Chatfield.
To end the inning. So the Owls get one more as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on the Owls Media Network.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Back here in bottom half of inning number 6, Jake Yakum will look to continue his great work today. He's gone 5 scoreless so far, protecting a 3-0 now Keene State lead, as he'll get Hicks, Curtis, and Quinn, 1, 2, and 3, who are a combined 0 for 5 today off him. So looking to keep that domination going.
Like most hitters, not having a hit against him. At the moment, he just looks dominant, very unhittable. and he doesn't even have a high pitch count.
Yeah, he's just been tough to catch up to. I mean, again, not featuring a lot of hard stuff, but getting a lot of ground ball outs. As here's Tyler Hicks, his third AB today. First pitch, strike one. Once again, Jakob working ahead. And now with a 3-0 lead. In the air to left, Hudson is under it for out number one.
Just got under that one. Very tough break there for Hicks.
Yeah, good, well hit there, but just right at the left fielder for out number one, and that's 2 pitches, 1 out for Jakob. Only has 3 strikeouts today. He struck out 8 in that complete game victory. Ball 1 to Curtis, the number 2 hitter.
Kurt is definitely one of their better hitters. Very open stance here.
And that one will hit him. So Curtis is on with 1 away. Second hit batsman of the day for Jakob. And as you said earlier, just that kind of lefty-lefty matchup can be tough.
It's tough when you go off speed because not every pitcher knows exactly how the ball is going to rotate. And having that kind of sidearm release, lefty v lefty, it can either work out so good if you get the slider working, but if you try and go fastball, it's so tough.
Yeah, and you know, and it kind of, if you kind of lose grip on the ball too, naturally with that release point. On the ground to Jakob, to second for 1, to first, safe, not in time. Quinn just beats it out. They almost had a double play though, as that was right back to the pitcher, but he gets the lead runner in Curtis after hitting him, so there's 2 away.
That was almost, I believe, the 3rd double play of the game for Plymouth. That wouldn't have been good at all.
No, they've grounded into their share of twin killings this afternoon.
Even lined into one.
Yeah, grounded almost twice, and then lined into that one, as you said. So McGrath, the third baseman, digs in.
So tough. Like when you are sitting in the box, especially for a right-handed hitter, you're expecting inside. And then he throws this sinking fastball that bounces to the outside corner. It's just so tough to hit.
Yeah, it's been tough to pick up. 0-1. Way outside for ball 1. As Quinn gets a little bit of a lead at first base. Being held on there by Beon. 3-0 Owls. Foul back. And it is 1-2 on McGrath, the Plymouth third baseman.
Waiting for his pitch to hit. A little bit high there on that previous pitch, but
1-2 from Jakob. Is lined, but right at Hamilton Barnes at second base, and that will do it. So we head to the top of the 7th. The Owls still in command, 3-0 on the Owls Media Network.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Back here in the top half of the 7th, Owls leading 3-0, and Bobby Cleach is back out for the top of the 7th, so you'd think he's on a short leash here as comes in with 104 on the pitch count this afternoon.
It's surprising. I mean, he did have a pretty good previous inning.
Yeah, he did. I mean, got him pretty quickly there, but at the same time, he has to have a short leash. I mean, he'll face Hudson, McHugh, Callie all do up this inning.
Maybe it's because it's the kind of the back half of the lineup. Maybe they think that it won't be as effective, and maybe we can't go by that. I mean, 104 pitches, now 105.
Yeah, interesting decision from the Plymouth State head coach.
And they did that back-to-back games. Definitely having
Ryan
their
McIntosh.
starter. Definitely
They'll
having
miss
their
Baltz.
starters
Yeah.
run this 2 games.
Well, I mean, you know, the amount of bullpen arms they used in game 1, you probably don't have as many available for game 2. On the ground to the shortstop, to first for the out. So making the play there. Curtis fires him out, and there's one away.
Good play. Did not let the ball get past the grass, which would have caused it to take an awkward bum, run up, field it, throw it over.
Yeah, interesting move, but I mean, it pays off for the first out there for Plymouth, and now Evan McHugh standing in. He's 0 for 3. First pitch. Inside for ball 1. McHugh looking to get on the line score for game 2. And he takes ball 2 up and in.
Lost a little bit of zip on his fastball. Not as fast as it once was, especially because the Owls had a quicker inning. Think of his Plymouth States think that his arm is still warm, which looks like it has so far in this inning.
Yeah, fired in, strike 1, and it's 2-1 on the Keene shortstop. 2-1. Lined off the glove of the shortstop. He will not have time to regather and throw, so Curtis almost had that liner, but he just couldn't hold on to it, and there's a man aboard now with 1 out for Evan Callie, the catcher.
A lot of power coming off the bat of McHugh there. That ball shot out like a bullet. It was fast. Now, if you're a shortstop in this situation, it's very tough get ball to grab.
Yeah, that was hit wickedly there by McHugh, and we'll see if they rule that a hit. They are going to rule it a hit, so he's now 1 for 4. So base hit from McHugh. First pitch in the air to left, well foul for strike 1. As Callie will look to record his second hit of the day, he's 1 for 3. Has caught both games this afternoon, obviously the starting catcher for Keene.
Very good defensive catcher. That's mainly, his bat isn't the best compared to a lot of the other players like Chatfield, Barnes, Ehlers. He's still able to get it done. He has a hit earlier this game.
Yeah, the 0-1 was in the dirt for ball 1. So Cleach with an even count. And here's the pitch. Strike 2.
And the framework he does behind the plate. One of the best in the LEC, in my opinion. He does frame these pitches real well, which definitely helps pitchers like Yakum today, who has clearly benefited off of that.
Yeah, and Yakum's got a lot of contact as well for outs. So what you'll love to see, McHugh leading off second. Off first, here's the 1-2. And bounced again in the dirt. So 2-2 will be upcoming here to the catcher. McHugh with his lead still. Quinn trying to hold him on. 2-2. On the ground. Taps the bag 1 onto first, not in time. So McHugh will beat out what could have been an inning-ending double play. There is 2 away as McHugh cut down at second. And now here is Wyatt Daft, who's had a good day today, 1 for 3 in game 2.
No movement in the dugout. So there's movement in the bullpen, but no movement towards the field. They're going to have Cleach pitch.
Yeah, Cleach is going to stay in the game. Trying to get through 7 with just 3 runs. So all in all, a solid day for him. And he fires in strike 1. Keene State offense has been a lot quieter in this second game than it was in the first, but they do still lead as they've gotten, once again, a terrific outing from their pitching in Yakum. 0-1. High ball 1.
Trying to get good contact on this ball. With 2 outs, just try and move that runner a little bit. Try and get one between the gaps.
Going is Callie in the air to center. Left center. Under it, though, to make the catch is the left fielder, Suma, to end the inning. So the Owls don't get anything there in the top of the 7th. We head to the bottom half. Still 2-0 on the Owls Media Network.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
All right, back bottom half of the 7th. Owls still in front, 3-0. Jake Yakum, 6 scoreless today. He's looked great out there. And he'll get Healy, the catcher, to lead off in the bottom half of the 7th. Owls just trying to hang on for the doubleheader sweep this afternoon over their in-state rival, Plymouth State.
This would be huge for this Keene State team. It would actually bring them, I believe, over 500.
Yeah, it would. And in their overall record, they would go to 12-11. And it would also put them at 3-1 in the Little East Conference as well. So always big games within the conference. The games you really want to win. So Nick Healy, for his third at bat, he's 0 for 2, has K'd once. 1 of 3 for Yakum. And he fires in strike 1. Yakum's been just a great finesse pitcher, especially over these last 2 outings for Keene. 0-1. In the air to right. Eaton battling the sun a bit. He dives! And he doesn't make the catch, but he keeps it in front of him. To second goes Healy. And that is a leadoff double for the catcher. So great effort there from Eaton. Just couldn't make the catch.
Almost got it there. Barely missed the glove.
So here's Scooter Suma now. The left fielder. 1 for 2. And only down by 3 here are the Panthers. And if they could get one back right here, that'd be big. On the ground, back to the pitcher. Yakum's got him in a rundown. And they're going to get him. How about that? Wise play from Jake Yakum as he catches the leadoff man there, Healy, in a rundown, and they get the first out. They get the lead runner, too. Big out.
Yakum playing like a veteran of the game.
Yeah, I mean,
smart play.
Very smart play.
It's a tough break for Plymouth, though they try to get that runner over to third, bring the tying run up to the plate, but just couldn't get it done.
That one's hit well, but foul towards the lacrosse field hockey field. And, yeah, so Suma does reach, but you'll take that. He's on with 1 out at first. And Yakum got a great read on him. The 0-1 popped up again, and once again, foul. So he's ahead quickly on Keene, who's 0 for 2. Luke Sokolsky on deck.
They do have a bit of action in the bullpen, but it does not seem like it's any more than just warming up.
On the ground to first. Bion has it to second for 1. No, it's dropped. It gets away from McHugh. So they're not going to get any outs there. A bit of a error there. A bit of bumbling around for Keene State. And it'll be first and second now for Sokolsky, who's, got some power. He's hit a home run this year.
McHugh, who's normally very good in the field and the player you can definitely rely on, has had his fair share of struggles today.
Yeah, a bit of an off afternoon in that department. So Yakum with some trouble. Cut on a miss for strike 1. Sokolsky can't catch up to that off speed.
Tying run at the plate. Definitely approach this with just trying to get the ball somewhere in the gaps in the field. Trying to get this one
on the ground to third. Chatfield has it to second one. On to first for two. That's the end.
Yakum.
Magic work
Great
for Jake
play there.
Yakum to get out of trouble there. The Owls still in front. 3-0 as we head to the top of the 8th on the Owls Media Network. All right, we have a pitching change in this one as we head to the top of the 8th. Keene State in front 3-0. It'll be the right-hander Jason Smith. He is 0 for 2 with an ERA of 9.16, looking to keep that down and keep the Owls off the board as it's still just a 3-run game, but we're getting late here in the top of the 8th.
Off to a little bit of a rough start. Jason Smith trying to bounce back from his previous 8 appearances where he's allowed 19 earned runs, 22 runs in total, 21 hits. But he does have a nose for the strikeout. He has 13 strikeouts, which is one of the highest on the team in the pitching category.
Yeah, he's been tough in that regard, and he'll get 1, 2, 3 to greet him right away. So going right into the fire here.
Very tough situation. Seems like he does have a very good off-speed pitch. He releases the ball at a very high point, which might end up with that ball ending up high. If you're Ehlers right now, you think a game plan for that?
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Keene State, you want to get maybe another run or two here to kind of break away a bit from Plymouth. I mean, you're still up 3-0. You've got great pitching from Jakob, who worked around another big jam there with a timely ground ball out.
Definitely want to get some insurance runs. Try and get more of protection for Jakob, who I assume is going to be up once again next inning.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that double play. The 5-4-3 to get out of it.
He almost got another double play early, but it was dropped by McHugh.
Yeah.
Seems like he hasn't really lost anything. Still has his off-speed pitch going, so has his fastball.
Yeah, and I mean, just exactly what you wanted to do, get ground balls in those spots. First pitch. In for strike one on the leadoff hitter, who's 2 for 3 today with an RBI as well.
Slow-moving off-speed, changeup.
Ehlers cracks it to left field, but foul.
Doesn't seem like he's very much fooling Ehlers at the moment.
No, wild strike two.
Seems like he's expecting the pitch high that I previously mentioned.
So 0-2 from Smith. Foul back, and he remains alive.
If you're Plymouth, you definitely don't want Ehlers on the base pads for how good he's been not only in this game, previous game today.
In the air to right, and it's going to be caught by the right fielder.
The sun has a very
Reeves,
strong effect today. Seems like every fly ball, the fielder just loses it in the sun. It's a very tough, but it is a sunny day besides it just being cool.
Yeah, late afternoon too as we approach 5 o'clock here as well. So, you know, those shadows starting to creep in behind the plate. Makes it really tough on the hitters. Barnes takes strike one.
Barnes has gone pretty unlucky with his previous play appearances. He did get that bunt RBI earlier that sent Ehlers home.
Drove in the third run of the day for Keene State back in the top of the 6th. As we're in the top of the 8th now. This game moving along very quick. Cut on a miss. Big swing from Barnes, but he comes on empty.
Trying to hit that one in that 335 sign over in left field. Definitely was trying to pull it instead of going with it.
Barnes takes the 1-2 in the dirt, and the count runs even. The Owls have a couple of righties warming in their pen. Shazina, number 37.
I believe that's just for insurance, just in case.
As well as David Floyd. Barnes grounds that one back to the pitcher, Smith. He fires to first in time for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for Jason Smith out of the Plymouth bullpen.
Looks good out of the bullpen, getting his off-speed pitches done well. He ain't fooling anyone with his high pitches that I was predicting.
So
But
here's
now he has his hardest assignment, righty on versus lefty on Chatfield.
and Chatfield 1 for 1, officially on the line score with an RBI. He's also taken 3 walks this afternoon.
They
don't want to pitch to him.
They don't want to give him anything. I don't blame them. It's smart if you're Plymouth. You don't want to have him even have the ball even touch the bat.
Outside.
Especially we know the
2-0.
power that he does bring to the plate, setting a home run off earlier in game 1 of this 2-game set.
And he looks at strike 1 as the wind still going. It's been going all game here. Went all first game too, but got particularly strong at the beginning of the second game. Starting to wind down a bit. 2-1. Missing for 3-1. Ball 3.
Seems like they're not even going to give him a chance.
Now
I don't blame them.
We'll see if he draws his 4th base on balls of the day. And he does. So that's ball 4. Chatfield is on for the 5th time today.
You know that irks Chatfield, just not even getting a chance.
No, he wants something to hit, certainly, and he just hasn't been getting it. But, hey, I mean, if you don't get anything, you certainly just have to watch it.
He didn't even see a fastball that at bat. It was just off speed. Now, underestimated is Beon. Beon has been a great hitter for this Keene State Owls team.
Ball skipped in the dirt. Nice pick, though, by Healy behind the dish to keep Chatfield at first. So there's 2 out here in the top of the 8th, but the Owls trying to get something going.
Lefty and a righty warming up in the pen.
Beyond 1 for 3, or 1 for 2, and he's walked twice as he swings and misses for strike 1 on something off speed.
Very much late on that swing.
Yeah, I think he maybe, was thinking fastball. Throw back to first, and in safely is the 3rd baseman for the Owls, Chatfield.
Laredo'd that pitch over to first. I didn't even see. I thought it was a regular pitch.
1-1, strike 2.
You could tell now they're expecting some movement off first.
Yeah, I mean, Chatfield has speed, so he can certainly go if need be. Maybe try to put a hit and run on here with 2 strikes and 2 out. As the 1-2 is coming here to Beon. Here it is. Runner goes. Throw to second, and they got him. No, he's in safe. Apparently got around the tag, did Chatfield. The throw certainly beat him.
Which was a beautiful swim move. Just gets around the tag. Very impressive.
We've seen that in Major League Baseball. Mike Trout, I think, was kind of the guy who originally invented that kind of dive around. I mean, now all the time when a guy goes in, he gets beat. You used to think he was out all the time, but now you never know with those slides. Here's the 2-2. Beon looks at ball 3.
That was a perfect throw from home plate, though. He got exactly where he needed to.
Yeah, Healy almost had his second man thrown out today. Throw out Barnes trying to steal earlier.
Which is a rare occasion Barnes would be thrown out.
Full count will not be made as he looks Chatfield back to second. Yeah, Chatfield seems okay after that foul ball off himself earlier.
He had a lot of time to regroup
Full
from
count. Line, base hit through the right side. Chatfield rounding third. He will score as the throw comes into first. It's an RBI single for Josh Beon, and the Owls lead it 4-0.
That was the insurance run that they needed. But now you have Eaton up to the bat.
Yeah, Eaton is up. 1 for 2.
The right fielder,
Excuse me, 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout.
As much as they don't let Chatfield do anything with the bat, you also don't want him on the base pads. I don't know what you do at game plan as a pitcher when you're versing Chatfield.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep him at bay. And that's hit well into right field. But under it is Reeves to make the catch, and that won the inning. The Owls get a big insurance run, though, as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Keene State up 4-0 on the Owls Media Network.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Back here in the bottom half of inning number 8, Jake Yakum looking for a second straight complete game shutout. We'll see if he can get it today through these last 2 innings. He's at only 61 pitches, so he's certainly in good shape with the pitch count to do it.
With the way Keene State has been fielding and the way Yakum has been pitching, might as well just intentionally walk the first batter, get a double play right there.
No, yeah, I mean,
obviously you don't want to do that as a pitcher.
But I certainly get what you're going for. As Alex Reeves, the right fielder, will lead off for Plymouth. He's 1 for 2 in game 2. As
leading off for the Panthers, the right fielder, number 24, Alex Reeves.
Yakum has not had a lot of runs in either of these last 2 games to work with, but he's just pitched tremendously. First pitch, ball 1 from.
Needs to be recognized as much as he has been pitching great, the fielding has been incredible for this Keene State team.
Yep, on the ground to second. Barnes has it, flips to first.
And
nice
I spoke it into existence.
Nice pick by Beon for out number 1. 2 pitches and 1 out for Jake Yakum in the top of the 8th.
Quick at bats, exactly what Keene State wants, exactly what Coach Blood wants.
So Tyler Hicks, the leadoff man, he's 0 for 3, has not reached it all today in game 2. Takes strike 1. Hicks, the second baseman. That one down for a base hit in front of Eaton in right field. So Hicks is aboard for the first time today. He's now 1 for 4. 5th hit of the afternoon for Plymouth in game 2.
Shortstop, number 13.
As they try to desperately get something going here, running out of outs. They got 5 left to record.
Are they in another situation for a double play?
Yeah, I mean, we are in another spot for a double play for Yakum. Here's Curtis. And he goes after the first pitch into left field, but right at Hudson, he'll make the catch for out number 2. 1 pitch, 1 out there.
Looks like we're not going to get one this inning.
No. But you'll take that, certainly, if you're Yakum. There's just the 1 pitch, 1 out, and now here's Quinn. Yakum's thrown 5 pitches this inning. And he can get out of it with under 70 pitches. Here's Quinn. Takes ball 1.
What is that pitch count again?
Oh, so 67 now on the day.
Wow.
Yeah. 1-0. Inside. Ball 2 to Danny Quinn, the first baseman for Plymouth. He's 0 for 3 today. Game 2. 2-0. Lined into center field, a base hit. To third. Nope, stopping at second. Back to second. Quickly is Hicks, and they're 2 aboard now with 2 out. First and second for Brian McGrath.
I was just about to say Danny Quinn has been their best hitter. He's batting 300, now batting over 300 with 6 RBIs.
Yeah, I believe that's just the first hit of the day for Quinn. So despite coming in at 300, he struggled on the afternoon. First pitch from Yakum. Ball 1. And I don't know, like, are we going to have to coin Yakum's razor? I mean, you're going to have to go through this guy. I mean, in the air to center. Ayler's coming in. He will make the catch, and that is the end of the inning. Jake Yakum, 8 scoreless today. another great outing as we'll head to the top of the ninth. Keene State in command, 4-0 on the Owls Media Network.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships, attendance is encouraged, passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Back here on the Owls Media Network as we'll have a pitching change.
Be Nick Wilson with a 1.29 ERA, allowed only 3 hits in his 7 innings pitched, 8 appearances, has only allowed 1 run.
Yeah, he's been good out of the Panther pen this season, as he mentioned. And top of the ninth, the Owls maybe try to get another run or two here. They have a 4-0 lead, which honestly, the way Jake Yakum has pitched again today has felt like a 10-0 lead.
That is absolutely true. The way that Wilson is currently, the way he throws the ball is definitely back-loaded. He has the ball way behind him to get as much speed as he possibly can on his fastball.
And the good news today, the way Yakum's pitched here in Game 2, is that this time we have both video and audio of that performance. So unlike last time, which was obviously a great outing for him, we had the audio only. Not throwing a dig at anybody, but that's not what I was doing. No.
Yeah, we got it all good.
As in here for the Owls will be Hudson, McHugh, Cowley due up 6, 7, and 8, excuse me. So he'll be in to face Wilson out of the pen, who's been, again, good this year. So he'll get his final warm-up toss in, and Hudson will stand in to lead off the top half of the ninth for Keene State, up 4-0.
Number 17, Nate Hudson.
Hudson has played decently well today.
Yeah, 1 for 4, couple strikeouts, but has recorded a hit, so
could be a lot worse.
First pitch from Wilson. Oh, and it hits him. So Hudson is on for the second time as he gets on the hard way with a hit by pitch to lead things off in the top of the ninth. So the Owls will get the leadoff man on one way or another.
Comes McHugh up to the plate.
Number 20, Evan McHugh.
Coach game planning something here.
Yeah, we'll see if Hudson doesn't have too many stolen bases this season, but we'll see if they try to get him going.
For them right now, I try to do a hit and run.
McHugh takes strike 1.
Try and take advantage in practice. The catcher couldn't always make it the throw all the way to second base, but clearly that hasn't really made an impact to the game. Considering
check back to first,
they did
Hudson back in safe.
They did have a pickoff, along with the Chatfield stolen base earlier in this game. It was a perfect throw from behind the plate. So
yeah, that was just a even better slide from Chatfield. 0-1, missing for ball 1.
Just missing.
Yeah, not by too much. Must have been maybe a little high.
Pretty much a lot of spin on that slider.
Owls have the right-hander Shea Zena going in their bullpen, but that's likely just for insurance if anything goes wrong.
Fastball.
Yeah, strike 2.
A lot of speed on that fastball. Not as much as the starting pitcher, Cleach, who very much was very reliant on that fastball, but still a lot of speed on it.
Yeah, throwing a lot of that today. 1-2. Cut on a miss. Big hack there, but McHugh comes up empty, and he is out number 1 in the top of the ninth.
I think Nick Wilson heard me.
Yeah.
The second I said that fastball wasn't as fast as Cleach, it looked just as fast as Cleach's earlier.
I think, yeah, he must have taken offense to you saying that. But here's
That's the way to show me.
Oh yeah, here's Callie. That'll get him fired up. And he takes strike one.
Another good fastball. Making me eat my words.
Have to see on the radar gun how much that one went for. Here's the 0-1 from Wilson. Will not be made. Back to first safely is Hudson. Cowley 1 for 4. Has struck out once. Solid day, though, at the plate. Solid day behind the plate as well. Hudson getting a decent lead as that is ball 1.
Does work the pitch count, though. One of the main responsibilities of Cleach from earlier is players like Callie who just work the count from 3-2, nonstop fouling off pitches, making him work for the strikeout.
1-1. On the ground to first. Quinn has it. Throws to first in time. They'll get the out at second. So Hudson is erased. But it will not be a double play. Cowley safely in at first. So they'll trade places for 2 outs. Now here's Wyatt Daft.
Wyatt Daft.
Daft is also 1 for 4. As Wilson has just thrown 8 pitches through 2 batters, or 3 batters that he's faced.
So why he's one of the better pitchers in the LEC when it comes out of the bullpen.
Yeah, came in with that low ERA of just 1.29.
Looks like it's going to be even lower after this. He has seemingly been unhittable in his current appearance.
Comes the 1-0. Missing high for ball 2 to Daft, excuse me.
Working more off speed in this at bat. Definitely just trying to force some swings and misses from Daft.
Cowley gets a decent lead. That one skipped in the dirt. So Cowley will head to second, take a turn, and hold up there. So advancing on the wild pitch, and it's 3-0. Another RBI spot here for Keene State. A lot of them coming this afternoon with 2 outs, but that's how they got that run in the 8th, all with 2 outs.
Catcher having a little bit of a conversation with Nick Wilson, just trying to calm him down after these previous pitches. Maybe talk about game planning on how they approach this at bat.
Yeah, Daft will also have some time to himself. As Ayler's the top of the orders on deck, and he's 2 for 4 with an RBI today.
Daft closes stance.
See if he's got the green light on a 3-0 or if he's taken all the way. Here it is. And he is taken all the way. That one gets away as well. So it'll be a walk to Daft, and to third goes Cowley. So now first and third for Ehlers. And another RBI spot. He's, again, as mentioned, 2 for 4. With an RBI, a chance to add on to that today. We'll have another conference here with Wilson, this time with the pitching coach.
Seems like they're just going out to calm him down.
Yeah, he was pretty good, obviously, but then he's throwing back-to-back wild pitches. That's allowed Cowley to go from first to third.
I think he's trying to incorporate kind of the more off-speed portion of his game, but this fastball has been working better than any of his pitches so far in this inning. Getting one of the strikeouts earlier and then forcing a ground ball. Both those pitches were off from his fastball. Those wild pitches, trying to try out stuff, make players like Daft swing at pitches in the dirt.
Yeah, he'll have to deal with a tough hitter in Ehlers as we get ready to get back to action here. First and third, 2 out. Top of the 9th, Keene State leading, of course, as the road team 4-0 in Game 2, looking to sweep this doubleheader this afternoon. They won Game 1 by a decisive 13-4. Here's the first pitch from Wilson. Runner goes. Popped up foul and out of play. So they had a little hit and run going there with Daft taking off.
The way you'd approach this, Ehlers very much closed stance with the bat closer to his body. Pitching him inside is your best bet, especially fastball inside is one of the toughest pitches to hit when it's right on right.
Yeah, running when you got a ball running in like that, tough to hit. 0-1 going again is Daft. Throw to second. No, they got him in a rundown. Now they're going to try to get the runner. Oh, he's safe.
They did it again.
They did it again.
And the runner advances to second.
Down to second anyway goes Daft, and it is 5-0.
Bud using his best card once again.
Man. Definitely something we'll ask him about in our post-game interview, which will be coming up shortly after this one. And it's now 5-0, so the Owls do indeed get another insurance run. They got a chance to tack on another one as they got a runner at second in Daft with 2 outs still and a 1-1, 2 Ahlers upcoming.
That is just good coaching. You can see the vast level of experience he has.
And that one gets away from the catcher, Healy, so down to third is Daft. And now another wild pitch would score another run here if it happens again. We've seen 3 this inning from Wilson.
Nick Wilson releasing the ball a little too late, getting the ball in the dirt, attempting his off speed. I believe he should just go back to his fastball, which is working. He consistently keeps trying these off speed pitches that end up in the dirt.
So it'll be a 2-1 good hitters count for Ahlers. And runner at third. Here it is. Lined into left field, a base hit. Tommy Ahlers comes through with another RBI, and it's 6-0. Keene State in game 2.
Did give him the fastball, but Ahlers is right on top of it.
Good piece of hitting once again from Ahlers. He picks up RBI number 2 on the day.
More and more insurance runs. Coach Bud, you could almost see a smile on his face.
Oh, yeah, I think you could see it all the way from up here in the booth.
Hamilton Barnes.
As that lead is now comfortable, and Jake Yakum, we would suspect, will go for another complete game shutout. This would be back-to-back for him. As here's Hamilton Barnes, who's 1 for 5 with an RBI of his own, as he takes strike 1. Owls trying to go to 12-11 in total on the season, their overall record, and 3-1 within the LEC. 0-1. Just outside for ball 1.
We're inning for Nick Wilson, who's been seemingly unhittable in his previous appearances. Keene State clearly been doing their scouting on what to expect from players like him out of the bullpen.
A 1-1, strike 2. Nice pitch from Wilson as he guides that one in over the plate for strike 2. Definitely had some movement.
Definitely. Went back to off speed. I don't blame him.
1-2. And outside, ball 2, as Zena continuing to work in the pen, likely will not see action unless Yakum gets into some serious trouble in the top of the 9th, or bottom of the 9th.
Having this long of an inning, it might cool down Yakum's arm, but
yeah, strike 3, so Barnes is rung up, but the Owls get 2 big runs in the top half of the 9th. We head to the bottom half. Owls looking to sweep, up 6-0 on the Owls Media Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Back on the Owls Media Network. Bottom half of the 9th, Jake Yakum looking for back-to-back complete game shutouts. That'll be 18 scoreless innings consecutively pitched.
How impressive has he been?
I just don't know. I mean, that's got to go into some kind of record book for Keene State. And only a freshman still as well. I mean, we talked with Coach Blood last game. Said he's obviously for real, but still just could not have expected this today. And he'll be greeted by a pinch hitter for Plymouth State. It'll be Owen Baum.
Owen Baum batting 182 on the season with 7 RBIs.
Take strike one.
In his 22 at-bats.
So Baum in as a pinch hitter, the 0-1. High for ball one. Yakum working with a very comfortable lead, 6-0 in game 2 after those big insurance runs.
Ooh.
Just missing
the movement on that off-speed pitch.
Yeah, he did have
looked like it was going forever.
Did have some great movement on that one. Here's the 2-1. In for strike 2.
I don't think you could ask a much better game from Yakum, including he's under 80 pitches still.
2-2. Rung him up for strike 3, and that's out number 1.
He has not lost anything in the
Fourth K of the
tank.
day for Jake Yakum, and he's 2 outs away from another complete game shutout in back-to-back games, which is honestly just unheard of. So here's Aiden Ponder. We're going to get another pinch hitter. Ponder started in game 1, as he will pinch hit now here in the bottom of the 9th in game 2.
Aiden Ponder batting .500 in his 8 at-bats.
Yeah, he's been good. Take strike 1.
Trying to use that lefty versus righty advantage over for the hitter. But the way Yakum's been pitching and the way he throws his off-speed.
0-1. And did he go? He did not, so that is ball 1 on Ponder.
The lefty versus righty matchup works well when you have a pitcher who's not exactly a sidearm delivery.
Strike 2. And it's 1-2. Yakum looking for the second out here in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the 1-2. In the air to right, but Eaton's camped under it. He will make the catch. 2 away here for Jake Yakum in the bottom of the 9th.
Here comes Griffin Crane.
Yeah, they will not pinch hit. It doesn't look like for him. They pinch hitted Baum and Ponder.
Batting 146 on the season, 4 RBIs in his 41 at-bats.
Yeah, 1 out away is Jake Yakum from another complete game shutout. First pitch. In the air to the right. Under it is Eaton. Calling for it. Makes the catch. Jake Yakum has done it again. Back-to-back games. Complete game shutouts for Jake Yakum. The Owls take this one 6-0, and they also sweep the Plymouth State Panthers in the doubleheader. So we will have certainly Jake Yakum on after this game, but a great game, obviously, to call, and we'll have Coach Blood as well, probably another player. Thank you for joining me, Anthony, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Owls Media Network.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide of the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
Come on, big dog, help me out. Yeah, I don't really know. Help out here, dude. I don't know. Literally don't know any of them. We should have studied. Abe didn't give us heads up. Hi, I'm Jackie Alibrandi.
My name's Riley Burgess, and we're here to play.
What do you know? The Sparks, the Lynx. Mercury. You want to help out here, big dog? I don't watch Come on, big dog. Help me out. Liberty. Oh, you got it, Jack. Keep going. Yeah, I don't really know. Help out here, dude.
I don't know. I literally don't know any of them.
Honestly, that might be the best we got. Oh.
Indiana Fever, the Washington Mystics, the Dallas Wings, the defending champion Las Vegas Aces.
That's what it was.
And the Seattle Storm.
We suck. Yeah, dang.
UConn, North Carolina.
South Carolina. Notre Dame. Kentucky. Duke. Arkansas.
Oregon. Since 2000, that's like 22 years.
Boston College. Boston University. Boston. Arizona. Oh. Georgia. Michigan. Yeah, we are guessing states. Florida. San Fran. I'm not good at this game. Gonzaga. Indiana.
No.
I forget who Caitlin Clark's on. Miami. It's in Florida. Washington. Nevada. I don't know. I'm trying to go through states now.
All right, we are here once again with head coach Justin Blood of Keene State Baseball. Doubleheader sweep today, just great pitching all around. You got some good offense today, especially in that first game. What did you think of the effort today?
Very good. I said to the guys, we weren't great, but we were very good. Defended pretty well. 2 great starts on the mound. Can't ask for much more there from Nichols and Yakum. And we did. We had a bunch of good swings, double-digit hits in both games. Very good day. Yep, very good.
Obviously, the game plan of having a fake steal, runner comes home, and then the runner advances to second when the catcher throws. Well, implementing that into the game plan, how do you think that affected the outcome of today's games?
I mean, my mentality, every coach I ever played for was always just kind of putting their foot down on the gas and just, they're either going to try to throw us out and we're going to steal a run, or they're going to give us the base, and now we have 2 runners in scoring position. So they have to make a choice of what they're going to do. In a handful of times today, we ended up with second and third. I'm not sure how many times we scored those guys after, but without going back through it. But when they did make the throw, we were able to score twice. So yeah, it puts the defense in kind of a helpless situation. They're either going to throw and they have to play good catch and execute on their end, which thankfully they didn't today. But it's a play, obviously, I like to run.
You guys, so now you improved to 3-1 in LEC play. Obviously, still quite a bit of it left to go, but you guys are obviously in, definitely a better spot, I think, this year than you were a year ago. I know this might be kind of a tough question, but what do you think has kind of changed? What have you kind of implemented with this team that's made things go, definitely good this year?
I think we have a bunch of returners who have really bought into the way we want to operate, the way we want to do things. We have great students. We have guys that have been out in the community. We're doing things right on the field, and we just have more. We have more talent. We have more ability. That's the only thing that's changed. We just have more guys that can go out and do it on the field, and that's no knock on the previous guys, but it's just the reality. So there's nothing more than that. Do things the right way. Be good people, and do what you're capable of doing on the field. It's pretty simple. Once you get the right mix of student athletes, and I think we got a good mix right now, and obviously many of them are younger guys, and you can see it already just the way they're talking and the way they're executing some of the plays and some of the at-bats. A lot of these freshmen that have played every day, they're not freshmen anymore already. They're sophomores. You know, they've seen enough. They've seen a bunch of good arms. They've been in tough situations already, and you know, the thing that I was saying to Nick down in Myrtle Beach over and over again about experience. Well, now they've gotten a lot of it. There's going to be some situations still this year that we'll get into that they haven't seen before, and you know, we'll certainly fail again, but we are playing better and things are moving in the right direction.
Well, congratulations, Coach, both being over 500 and the back-to-back win today. Have a good night, Coach.
All right, thank you. Happy Easter, everybody.
Thank
Happy
you.
Easter.
You too. All right, we are here now with the winner of Game 2, Jake Yakum, who went, again, his second straight complete game shutout. Just another great outing today, and I know Anthony and I were talking in the booth. We might have to start coining the term Yakum's Razor. I don't know how you feel about that, but nonetheless, what was going through your mind today? What was working for you once again? I mean, you seem to be
just throw strikes,
let
our defense get outs. Our defense, I think I had like 2 strikeouts today, so our defense obviously is very good. They made every other out, so just let our defense make plays.
Using a left-handed sidearm release, it's very difficult for most of these hitters to even touch the baseball, and when they do, the players in the field even made a better play. Using your off-speed pitches along with your fastball seemed to fool a lot of hitters. What was the approach to at bats using those pitches?
Just try to keep people off balance, always have them guessing what's coming next, like coming inside and outside, just keeping them off balance, keeping them guessing.
Yeah, you seem to have, obviously, another great outing out there. I'm sure that's something that, I don't know if, has ever been done, at least for a while here at Keene State. So congrats again on the outstanding effort today, and look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're here now with center fielder Tommy Ehlers. Another good day for you at the plate. You seem to be seeing the ball very well. Had a lot of balls hit out to left field. You were wearing it out over there. Kind of what were you seeing today from Plymouth State as far as, kind of the pitch selection goes and everything like that?
I've always been a fastball hitter, so my approach really has just been first fastball I see that looks good, just let it rip, and so far it's been working out for me.
First, gotta respect the shades. You can't see he's wearing the shades in commentary. We love to see it. Obviously, your play in the outfield today has also been really good, along with your appearances at the plate. Your offense generated through these games has been insurmountable, especially at home. How has this kind of set the morale for the rest of the season going forward?
I don't know. It helps us out a lot, but I'm really just doing my job. Like he's putting me in the lineup to get hits, and he's putting me in the lineup to score runs. So I'm just trying to do what I'm supposed to do, and that's really it.
Yeah, kind of relating to that. What's kind of the, obviously you're mostly the leadoff hitter. So what's kind of the mentality when you get up to the plate? Especially, even if there's 2 outs, basically just to keep the inning going. What's kind of your mentality there?
First at bat of the game is usually for me, it's just see enough pitches so that I can tell the guys what I saw, and then after that it's just let it rip and have fun, go out there and just get the ball in the field.
All right, congrats on a great day again today for Tommy Ehlers as well out in the field, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're here with Game 1 starter Phil Nichols. He picked up the win as the Owls cruised 13-4 over Plymouth State. What kind of pitches were you working with today, and how did you think you could keep those guys off balance?
Mostly everything was working today. The breaking ball, changeup, fastball, just locating and pitching a weak contact, and the defense was making plays all day.
throwing batters off balance has kind of been the main approach, I assume, for you heading into the game today and also previous games. Setting that kind of dominance early, how does it impact the rest of the game?
You know, getting them off balance and stuff, like I said, that weak contact that puts the ball in play, that's less than striking guys out, you know, and allowing me to go deeper into games.
You pitched obviously very well through the first bunch of innings, but obviously kind of towards the end there, you know, the offense started to get to the Plymouth State bullpen quite a bit. Does your mentality kind of shift a little bit as a pitcher when, you know, you're working maybe with a 2-run lead versus a, 7-8 run lead?
You know, it's definitely, the offense was obviously rolling today, putting up runs, and it's definitely nice being out there with a lot of insurance, and that's what they gave today, which is great. So,
congratulations. You pitched a heck of a game.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide of the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
All right, back here on the Owls Media Network, another great day of baseball, and had a few good interviews there at the end as well with Coach and some of the players. And Owls will be home again on Monday afternoon at 3 o'clock. They'll be taking on New England College. You can catch that here on the Owls Media Network. For Ryan Goodwin and Anthony Lupo, everybody here at the Owls Media Network, we wish you, if you celebrate, a happy Easter and a good rest of your weekend. Thank you.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.